What is up, everybody? My name is Alex and this is Alex Plays Games. Today we are on the Dominion SMP server and I am going to be working on a melon and pumpkin farm. This is ilmango's design. I wasn't able to record earlier, so I already built it in the distance, but I did record it and I did use the replay cam mod. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you that footage so you can go ahead and see me build it out. The only thing that is left now is to figure out what I'm actually going to use for the material. I am all out of concrete, but I have a decent amount of sand and gravel somewhere around here. And I'm going to go ahead and probably make some more since I have a couple stacks of bone blocks and a little bit of concrete. If you haven't seen ilmango's design, I'll go ahead and link it in the description. It's probably one of the most efficient versions here, and it has to do with planting pumpkins and melons, kind of alternative to each other. So I will go ahead and play the footage while I gather the materials, and I will be right back. Hello everybody, welcome back. If you haven't seen ilmango's design before, it only utilizes a couple blocks. So you have observers, note blocks, pistons, and a hopper minecart, and really that's about it. As soon as the pumpkin or melon grows, the observer can actually tell when the stem kind of leans over a little bit as a block update, which is awesome. And that will trigger the pistons, and then the pistons actually use quasi connectivity, so you know they need a block update, and those note blocks work perfectly for that. And then you can also, I'm gonna try it might not come out well, but I'm gonna try and see if I can make some like major chords or whatever, so that way, you know, every time it breaks a pumpkin or a melon, which it actually happens quite often, every once in a while you'll get 2 or 3 that'll break at the same time. And you know, you can make nice little pretty chords with that, so I think that is going to be a really cool idea. Welcome back. So I gathered up some materials in this shulker box right here. I'm gonna most likely I'm gonna try to use the white concrete. I might not have enough. It's a 9x9, so this definitely should cover it, but I know I need some extra for the top. And then I also have, not in here, some pistons and some of the note blocks, which might not be enough, but I know it'll get pretty close, and I can always go ahead and come back and just add the extra ones. Okay, so I do have the 32 note blocks and the 32 pistons. I did replace this with black concrete. I think it's going to look a little bit better with the black and white. I might go with gray. We'll definitely see. So I'm going to go up a little bit higher just because I want to stack some of the chests. So I know, let's see, it is probably 5 layers total. So you have the hopper layer, or the brick layer on the bottom, some rails, the hopper minecart goes, dirt, the actual melons and pumpkins, and then the pistons, observers, and note blocks. So it's actually 6. So I'll probably go ahead and put the bottom layer here, and then the rail is going to go on top, so that's where the rail is going to be, and then the dirt is going to be up here. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that. I have some dirt. Okay. And I'm going to make it ugly, but it will do. Okay, so here we go. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this was the center, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in, and then I am actually going to put the water down in the middle. The only last thing that I need to place down is some kind of light source. You can use glowstone, or you can use a sea lantern, which I do have in that shulker box down there. I will be right back. So I'm getting some nether quartz for the observers, and I definitely need more quartz blocks anyway. After looking at it, I think, so it's a 9x9, so that's 81, and then the center is 80, so I think it's 40, it should be 40 observers, 40 pistons, and then 40 note blocks as well, because the observers and pistons are going to be staggered, and then the note blocks only go on top of the pistons. So after 40 observers and note blocks and then pistons, we just need 40 random blocks. I think I'm gonna go with a dark gray concrete, or just gray concrete, and I think that's probably gonna look the best. And then after that, I definitely have enough iron and gold for rails, so I'll set that up, and I will set up the hoppers as well. Sometimes I honestly forget that I have a regular silk touch pickaxe, and that I never have any cobblestone at all. Everything I have is stone, and it stinks because whenever I need cobblestone, I go, oh, I have a ton of it, and then I face the sad reality that I have to sit here and mine up more stone to get the cobblestone I need. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is build the base floor for the structure, and the only problem with this is, I mean, it has to be the only problem with this is it has to be only one wide, because you need to be able to have alright, Alex, what are you doing? You need to be able to have the hopper minecart only be 1 block away from the actual block, so that way, like, when the hopper minecart runs, you know, the track doesn't actually take off a block. So yeah, that's gonna make this a little bit more interesting, especially if I can't quite figure out how to not mess up the water. So there's only a couple more steps besides just making the track and actually running it under. The way I did it in a single player world was, and I'll definitely have it on camera, I just I got a trap door so I could crawl, since there's crawling features now. They're actually those features have been around for a while. I've been playing modded for years, so I think like last month was the first month I started playing 1.15, and before that it was all 1.12. So yeah, I'm still learning all of the new features. I think if I have some wood on me, so I think I can show you what I'm talking about, because this will probably make things a lot easier. As you can see, the server definitely has some nice quality of life plugins. Trapdoors are expensive. Like 6 planks for, what is it, like 2 usually, I think. That's too much. Like 6 planks, that's six blocks, right? That's 6 meters. 6 meters. It's not 6 meters squared. No, it is, yeah, because it's 6 by 1. Whatever. Regardless, trapdoors are just so expensive. Okay, so it looks like I have this done now, and I think I did it out of order because I feel like I should have definitely placed the pistons and observers first. But I think what I can do is maybe, alright, I'm gonna use this as a temporary block for now, and I think what I can do, you know what, I have an even better idea. Okay, so we'll have, I already had trapdoors, but that's okay. I wanted more, and that was on purpose. So sure, that works. So if I have the piston like that, right? Yeah. And then I'll put the observers. Okay, the observers are gonna have to go the other way. That's fine though. That means I can just place the observers first. That makes more sense. So if I like, no, I'll get the hang of it one day. Okay. There we go. This is gonna make things so much easier. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna place down these observers, and then all that should be left is to place down the note blocks and then just regular blocks. I think we honestly really should be good to go. I definitely have to double check if you place the note block. I'm pretty sure you place it on the piston. I'm just not 100% sure. Actually, there's a really good way to test this. So I need an already grown pumpkin, so I have that, and I need the stem that grew it. Okay, so it's that one. So in theory, I should be able to place a piston like that, right? And then if I just use some stone bricks, right, put that there and that there. Now obviously the piston isn't going to harvest it, but like if I were to update this block, it should, yep, okay, cool, it should fire. And then whenever a pumpkin grows there again, it should just go ahead and automatically harvest it. Okay, well the rest of this is definitely just me placing these down, so I'm gonna go ahead and show the recorded footage. So I have officially gotten my life together and started using scaffolding instead of building disgusting towers I'm gonna have to dig out later. So that I think is gonna help progress. Okay, so I did go ahead and finish the rail. There's one block over there that's missing, that I just couldn't get with the pattern that I had. So the only other thing that you may have noticed, okay, that's fine, that's close, is that up there they're all pumpkins. I didn't have any melon seeds. This definitely won't be as efficient. I believe that when you alternate the rows, it says it's about twice as efficient. The thing is I don't need melons, so yeah, it definitely would be better if you have the chance to do it. I don't have any. I can always swap them if need be, but for right now this should work fine. You can hear it kind of going off pretty consistently. So this part is all done. The last thing that needs to be done is set up the chests, and then go ahead and get the hopper minecart going and set up a... That's not normal. Go ahead and just set up a little docking station for the minecart, and what that's going to do is every time it has something in it, it uses a hopper and a comparator, and it will lock it and not power the rail whenever the hopper, or whenever the minecart with the hopper inside of it needs to go ahead and input its items into the chest that we put. And then that'll just pretty much run constantly. I definitely think I'll put an on-off switch if needed, but I think with the amount of storage that we'll put, it'll be pretty good. And then because there aren't any melons, it's just going to drop pumpkin blocks, not like 5 or 6 melons per. So I think we really should have enough. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple more rails and a couple more resources to go ahead and set that up. And God, I am just not having luck today with these scaffolding. And is there something I'm doing wrong? Because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I don't know what they're hanging off of. So, you know what? Not my prerogative. Not my issue. But yeah, I will be right back and go ahead and grab everything that's needed. Welcome back, everybody. I went ahead and placed the chests down and all of the hoppers down, so all the items are coming down slowly, surely. As you can see, pumpkins are already starting to roll in. This isn't as efficient as if you were to alternate the rows with melons and pumpkins, because I believe you would get pumpkins at the same rate, but then you would also be getting melons, so it's really just an extra benefit. But I don't really need melons right now, and whenever I have the chance to get some, I'll definitely go ahead and replace them. It is a little bit nicer though, because it's a lot easier to store. The melons give you the melon slices, and definitely will fill up the chest a lot faster than you can manage, even if you're not AFKing that long. So this is probably the situation that I'm going to stick with. Other than that, it is functional, it is ready to go. The last two things I want to do, which are going to be next episode, is run a redstone lamp tower right here and on this side. That way we can gauge how many pumpkins are in the system at any given time. And then what I'll also do is run that signal over here and have a 2-high ramp, and you can use a lever or any kind of redstone input or output. However, I'm going to run the signal from this top lamp right here, so that way when it does fill up, it will turn the minecart off and we won't be running it for no reason. It's definitely not necessary. It doesn't produce as many items to take a big toll on the TPS, I don't believe, but it's a little bit more of a convenience thing and a peace of mind. That way we're not clogging up the hopper or any of the chests, and it'll be a lot easier to manage once we're getting down, and we can kind of get down to the level that we need to and have it restart automatically. Other than that, we are definitely good to go. Stay tuned for next episode. I'm going to enclose this platform and this chest tower right here to make it look a little bit nicer, and then set up that automatic turn off switch that will turn this off when it gets full. Other than that, we are good to go. Everything is done. Have a great day. Like and subscribe if you have the chance, and definitely leave a comment if you have any suggestions or anything else to say. Thank you and have a great day.